What's up gamers, welcome to an Outerplane video where I cover Ars Nova Stage 13 with an interesting comp, to which I'll show the items and stats at the end of the video. But before that, just a small note, I'm a free to play. As you can see from the screen, I still have that first purchase available, and let's get right into it. So, the stars of the show would be Nella and Monarch Eva. As for the remaining two slots, you could fill it up with damage dealers that are preferably AoE or cleavers. So starting off, you basically just want to do as much damage as you can. The main thing here is you want to wait for the boss to go ahead and attack first, right? Because when it does, it's going to cast a unbuffable on the whole team, as to which Monarch Eva passive or agile response gets triggered and she cleanses everybody. This allows us to place the immunity buff safely without worries, and at the same time have a bit of priority push from Nella. Moving forward with the boss fight, the reason why this comp works is that both Nella and Monarch Eva will be recovering action points for the whole team. As you may know, for these two healers, they can only do so for the entire team except themselves. Therefore, by having two of them side by side, it solves the issue of themselves not having their action points recovered. Generally, they cycle each other's action points, and it gets so simple to the point that you don't even have to use Monarch Eva's ultimate. You could just let the boss obliterate you continuously, because you're going to be reviving and healing the whole time, all while having your attackers primed with action points for their burst. And that's pretty much it for the boss. You can skip right to the end to see the stats and items for these units. Basically, you can see that I'm just showing you how exactly to execute it. When it comes to the damage dealers, if you have your burst up, just use it. When it comes to the healers, pay close attention to the action points. Go for your burst 3 if you can, whenever you can, which you should be able to with the amount of action points that gets recycled in this whole process, as you can tell. And yeah, that's about it for this boss. So let me talk a bit more about having these two healers, right? You're not only limited to using this trick for PvE, you could also use it in PvP. In fact, these two are part of my defense team along with Demiurge Drakan and Stella. I would recommend having Stella, especially if you have her burst 3 unlocked, mainly because of all the action points that's getting funneled into her. You'll be surprised by how fast it fills up, and you could potentially use her ultimate skill twice in one fight. Unfortunately, my own Stella isn't 5 stars yet, so I can't really show that to you guys, but when I'm doing my own PvP, I'm seeing her action points bar get filled way more than 300, right? So I can tell that once I do have it unlocked, it's gonna be pretty much OP. And when it comes to the last slot that you want to fill, right, the final unit you could use in this comp for PvP, I would say Drakan, because she shields the team. At the same time, she can assassinate others without them being able to revive, and generally helps the team be extra tanky so that you could bravely fight against OP debuffers like Nella, for example, and still survive the outlash from whatever damage she's gonna pour through with her team. So the only downside I can foresee in this is that you might be lacking a little bit of damage when going up against a similar tanky composition. And if you do, be prepared to stay in this battle for like 5 minutes or so, because it's going to be really long-winded, because both sides are going to be healing each other, shielding each other, and reviving each other. But against a fast comp that could not potentially one-shot your healers even after they revive, this composition generally stands out there. or at least that's how I've seen it so far, for my case at least, right? So that's the end of the boss fight. Let's jump right into our gears. Nothing fancy, straightforward and simple, right? Starting off with Nella, I have a HP set. Stats are pretty much simple. For the remaining three, all of them have speed set. My Aste and Vlada has a 100% crit chance, decent amount of attack, and Monarch Eva speed set as well. I try to get as much health as I can for substats, and that's about it for this stage. And I guess, well, yeah, I can say that's about it for this video as well. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you learned something. Have a great day. Bye bye.